to provide prenatal care, to provide postnatal care to these children, as well as an education to this child parent. Because born by this child parent is a future generation that we need to keep healthy, that we need to protect, because that is a future generation that we need to take care of. Madam Speaker, more important is that we should be looking for preventive mechanisms. How do we stop this vice? What do we need to identify the factors that lead to this kind of early pregnancy, early school dropout to our children, so that we address it. And of importance is that we should go out and develop programs and put programs in place for intervention measures to ensure that the number of pregnancies or dropout children should be reduced to the minimum. And that calls to the society. We need to sensitize the society, Madam Speaker, on upholding our moral values, on going back to the societal fabric and ensuring that we speak to the moral values and the societal fabric to prevent these particular vices, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, if you ask for statistics, you will be really shocked. And many of these children that fall victim to this sexual abuse and hence drop out of school, many of them are the children that fall victim as orphans through maybe HIV, fall victim as orphans and are taken care of by grandparents who are elderly and poor. So they are vulnerable children who actually fall victim of this vice. And therefore, Madam Speaker, I think our honorable member was trying to address these issues of preventing early pregnancies. And once it has occurred, that those that are already there should be catered for and protected and taken care of. Madam Speaker, as I conclude, I want to agree with Honorable Kaluma and the Honorable Leader that we actually need to harmonize these bits of legislation so that it is in one compact bill to address all the issues of our children and the parent children and the children of the parent children, so that it is all harmonized and then we can take a complete care of society. But this does not stop us as a society, Madam Speaker, of going back and looking at what happened. Where did we go wrong? Where did the rain start beating us for us to be able to have so many children dropping out of school and missing out on an education? But I thank the government because they have agreed that every child that gets pregnant should go back to school. And whereas this child goes back to school, I think we must also look at the peers so that we control this vice, that when these children, I've always said within my constituency and talked to the parents, that when this girl child goes home for maternity, the boy child must also be disciplined on the same level as the girl. If this girl goes on maternity, there must be something on this boy child who made this girl pregnant. He must also be given some leave or some kind of punishment so that we can stop this kind of vice and stop setting precedents. Because from what we are discussing, it looks like we want to set precedents that we allow these girls to continue getting pregnant. We shouldn't. But since it has occurred and we know the vulnerability that led to it, then we need to address and support these children so that they can get an education, and even these children can grow up into well taken care of adults, and there should be a setup that takes and protects even the children that are born by these child mothers. Honorable Speaker, I want to support my colleague and also suggest that she can go back and look at this bill and see whether to harmonize with the Children's Act so that we can have just one legislation that addresses all other issues that touch our children. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to add my voice to it.
Thank you, and I see that no other members want to contribute, so I'd like to call upon the mover to reply. Honorable Beatrice Kemei.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity and to reply. First, I want to thank all the members who have taken keen interest on this bill. I realized, Madam Speaker, issues of children is touching everybody. And from all the members who have contributed, it is very clear that as a house, we need to take issues of children very, very seriously. And the many points that they have given me to note on the first case that whether this is a money bill or not, I will still consult, Madam Speaker, with the Budget Committee to look into this issue. Secondly, Madam Speaker, I want to appreciate the fact that some of our members have taken a step to support the teen mothers to go back to school. Honorable Samsam have said of the same. And I want to also be proud that from Kericho County, where I am, the woman rep, have taken back to school over 250 teen mothers. And the way members have spoken, just like what Honorable Janet has said, these are vulnerable children, Madam Speaker. I picked some of them brewing. I have a specific girl who was brewing, and because of this program of full scholarship, she went back to school. She's now in Form 2, but she's left 2 children under the care of a mother who was also brewing and still brewing. So this is one of the issues of concern, that these children giving birth to children also need to be supported. Some of these children run away from home, Honorable Speaker, because of the circumstances at home. Very vulnerable, very poor parents. And because of that, they are not able. The only thing they get is maybe support from the so-called boyfriends to give them 20 shillings, maybe for sanitary towels, maybe for mandasi or something like that. That is the more reason we need to give them this support, Honorable Speaker. I would want to say that from all the members who have spoken, there is one thing that we all agreed: to allow these children to go back to school. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, to compress, maybe to have this bill incorporated in the Children's Act or issues. And it is very clear, Honorable Speaker, from the members that we have very many pieces of acts dealing with children that needs to be compressed. But however, I'm still to push on with this bill to maybe be supported and guided by the likes of Honorable Millie, and of course yourself being that lawyer, Honorable Speaker. I know you will be of great help. Honorable Speaker, I would also say that from the contribution of the members, morality is key. So the fact that this bill comes forth to support and to help those children who have given birth at that tender age does not qualify or let the others also give birth or make it an immoral thing. Honorable Speaker, when we were growing up, we knew that sex before marriage is wrong. And because of the many other factors, you realize that it is just something that our children do not look at it as very wrong, but we still need to correct. And Honorable Speaker, we realize that many of our daughters, many of our girls are out of school for these reasons, and many others are covering. So this bill indeed is actually to support and not to forget these children who are giving birth to children don't even go for these clinics. And that is why bringing this bill is just to ask them and to support them to go for the prenatal and the antenatal clinics, Honorable Speaker. So I would really say that, and I appreciate for all those who have actually contributed to the same. And I would say that we'll still look into it, but not forgetting this fact that 15% of our children are these children who give birth, and we cannot sit back and look at it. The care centers, one of the members mentioned that it is like a children's home. This home, Honorable Speaker, is owned by maybe. But when you're talking of these care centers, it is the responsibility from the bill of the county governments to put up these centers. So it is just maybe not an individual kind of a thing, so that they look into it carefully, and therefore they will be in a position to guide and even to monitor what is going on in the centers, Honorable Speaker. But however, I want to really appreciate this fact that members came up very strongly, not forgetting that this Senate bill originated from the Senate, but it is here. And I want to confirm to this Honorable House that we have brilliant members in the National Assembly, and I am ready to work with them and even to consult some of them so that we move to the next level. To that, I reply, and thank you, Honorable Speaker. I reply.
Thank you, and I will defer seeking to put the question for the reasons that I had given earlier, that there seem to be need for more consultation and reference regarding this matter, and therefore I call for the next order.
Order number 14, the Mung Beans Bill, Senate Bill number 13 of 2022, second reading.
We also deferred that matter. The member who's sponsoring the bill had requested, because he had to go to another meeting, the Honorable Paul Nzengu. So let's move to the next order, order 15.
Order number 15, motion, reports of the Auditor General on the National Government Constituencies Development Fund for 9 constituencies in Bungoma County.
I think for the same reasons, we'll move to the next order.
Order number 16, motion, public petition on funds spent contrary to the provisions of Article 223 of the Constitution.
Next order.
Order number 17, motion, reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of specified state corporations.
Also, we defer that matter to the next time, next order.
Motion, enhancing reporting of parliamentary business on online platforms.
Again, the matter is deferred. Next order.
Order number 19, motion, inspection visit to semi-autonomous institutions of the East African Community in Uganda.
The chairperson also requested for that to be. So we move to the next order.
Motion, implementation status of and resolutions passed
Deferred. Let's move to the next one.
Order number 21, motion. Alleged unfair trade practices by foreign investors in Kenya.
The matter is also deferred. Let's.
Order number 22, motion. Second report on employment institutions.
Next.
The Landlords Amendment number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 76 of 2023, second reading.
And now there being no other business. Honorable members, the time being 6 p.m. This House stands 19th June 2024 at 9:30 a.m.